Hello. How are you? How is this finding you today? Just taking a moment to ground in. We'll find a mindful moment with Mindful Nurse Gardener. There's that breath. When I can stop and breathe before I come in and do these online posts, it helps me to regulate so I can get my thoughts sorted and they can freely flow as I want them to. Think of the words that I want to talk about. And sometimes I really like just coming in to the channel here just with a topic. Sometimes I write things down like I did tonight. Sometimes I don't. I was just journaling on something and working through what I wanted to talk about tonight. So I've talked about co-regulation before in relationships and with others, like relationships close to us or people we meet in the day. Maybe we're driving, we're not quite meeting them. And today I was reminded of co-regulating and developing that skill within our closest relationships. So this is something that I value and I teach, but I value this as well in my own relationship. I'm not claiming I am perfect because I'm far from that. And I'm going to sneeze. Oh, goodness, sorry. Excuse me. And yeah, today was an interesting day. It was one of those days where, I'll set the scene. I was I don't like using the word busy, but I was overly busy. I was doing a bunch of things together with my husband because he was going to work and tomorrow, and we were getting some things done, and I had some errands I wanted to do as well. And yeah, so we came up against this conflict partway through in the first thing in the morning, and we got into it a bit, and it ended in a verbal disagreement, and we were going to go on an errand together, and I ended up going by myself, which, that's great. I was good to go by myself, but it's nice sometimes to go and do things together as a couple, even if it's an errand or whatever, right? So I left completely dysregulated, upset. My heart was hurting. It's the worst when people close to me are upset at me, or we've had an argument. I love peace. Peace is like, peace. Love peace. It's one of my values, right? I want to have peace in my home, in my relationships. I would love world peace. I'd love peace, everyone to have peace. It feels so good, right? So I'm reflecting and I'm breathing as I'm driving away, not speeding. And I know that I'm not gonna solve anything, and it's not gonna, I know that this too shall pass, and I'm, feeling the feels and breathing into it. And, as I'm writing these things out and I'm looking at them on in my book, my journal here, I was reflecting on co-regulating and, the importance of that, the old patterns showing up, and how I have been able to heal old pains, and how that has supported me coming back to that regulated state. Even, maybe in the past I would have been upset all day. Today, I don't know, I was 15 minutes drive, and by the end I was feeling fine. And it showed up a little bit when I sent a message later, when I think about like, how was my nervous system doing? I was like a little bit hesitant to send him a text, because I was like, oh, is he gonna be mad? And I was like, those are old patterns, just say what you have to say. And I sent my text, and I could tell by the tone it was fine. And I got back, and we kissed and made up, so it was all good. But in, navigating that stormy sea, when we were in it, I was like, oh, what was it that came up? Was it an old pattern? Was it, the way that he was talking to me? What was it? And really, when it came down to it, I was like, it doesn't matter. It happened. And now, like, we came back together, and we were regulating together. We connected again. And, so when we talk about co-regulation, we look at the nervous system, and you can see that our nervous system is always assessing the environment, seeing if we're loud truck. It doesn't sound very good. If we're able to connect or not. Is this person safe to connect with? So those are, is this place I'm walking into safe? It's always assessing, right? And if we've had, in our past, if we've had times where it was not safe, then yeah, we're gonna have a nervous system that, we're not quite sure, might not trust people very easily, right? Or, that autonomic nervous system will start to send signals saying safe or not, right? We have this drive to survive, and then we have this drive to connect. So it's really like a back and a forth and whatnot, right? And so for some reason earlier today, there was this drive to survive, and we got angry at each other and survive, I don't know what. But, there was that, in the end, what really mattered was that longing to reconnect and, increase the, invite new possibilities within that relationship, right? And, if I would have came back and been in fight mode still, and didn't have my own nervous system regulated, that might have continued a pattern of reactivity from my partner, or vice versa. Like, if I wasn't looking after my nervous system and he was still activated, and I came back home, I might not have been able to regulate as much as I want to, because of that earlier incident. However, if we practice regulation with ourselves, it makes it so much easier to co-regulate with others, right? So when we have these stormy moments of conflict, and they can feel so overwhelming, or whelming, as one of my friends say, we really can find ways to come back together, right? So that we're able to be more present and offer some calm and support when the emotions are running high. What else did I write today? yeah, when we engage in co-regulation, we help each other find balance. It's that dance between like empathy and understanding, and where we listen deeply and respond with kindness. And this process, not only it soothes the immediate tension, but it also strengthens the bond that you have with someone, you know, the people that we care about. And, you know, I would even push it a little further that, you know, you go to the grocery store and you meet the clerk who's so friendly every time you see her. And, you know, if we can practice that co-regulation, you know, maybe one day we'll be friends, right? That's how we develop friendships and connection with others, and that feels good. Yeah. Yeah. So it's okay to have disagreements, but really what matters is how we navigate them together. So by practicing patience, compassion, we can turn conflicts into opportunities for greater connection. So reflecting on moments of conflict can be powerful opportunity for growth, understanding in relationships. So yeah. So what are you doing to continue to support your nervous system every day? Soothe it, support it, exercise it, right? It is an exercise. It's just like going to the gym, but you're exercising that vagal nerve, that you're toning, you're breathing with it, you're, you know, stretching, you're doing your yoga, you're out in nature, you're exercising, you're humming. There's so many different things that you can do. So, yeah. I think that's all I have to say. I hope you could hear me over that loud truck that was, I think, a teenager. I might have to go unregulate myself for a moment and talk to that teenager ripping around the neighborhood. Anyways, I hope you're all good and taking good care. And yeah, I'll talk to you on the next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.